All right, everybody. Welcome to the 804 podcast. I'm Nick.
Jesse.
Alex.
And
right. Static Shot.
This is the 804 podcast.
Yes, sir.
And today we got Mr. Lee Mary from the Ballin 804 VA podcast.
Yes,
What's going on?
Sir.
Ain't nothing much, man. Just finished doing the podcast, matter of fact. So I'm going from host mode to guest mode.
For sure. All right, Al.
Appreciate y'all having me, man.
Of course.
Thanks for coming on.
Man, no doubt.
All right, Al. Want go ahead get these numbers. Go ahead, count it in. Woo! How long we been doing this? You want to show our man Lee how we count these episodes out?
All right, I want to say me and my brothers have been doing the 804 podcast. 168 episodes.
I gotta get some clap for that.
Appreciate you coming. Appreciate you coming on, my brother.
I don't even know what number I'm on. I ain't nowhere near that though. I think I might be in the low 20s or something.
It's a grind. All right. Well, Lee, what we do here, we also something else we do to start off the show. We have a quote of the day or a quote of the week. So basically, this could be a Bible verse. This could be a song lyric. It could be anything that means something to you. Kind of. It doesn't have to be something deep. It doesn't have to be, nothing crazy. But just anything that you live by, anything that you go by, kind of.
Oh, well, I always say you never know who's watching.
That's not a bad one. Not a bad one at all. All right. Well, something else we do here on the podcast, we also have people explain it. So, I guess why is that your quote today, and why do you live by that?
Mainly because you just never know where your blessings will come from. For me, I would say that a lot of people say they watch me and watch what I'm doing, and I just think I'm just regular. And you got people come and say, man, I want to sponsor your podcast or whatever. I'm like, what? So you just never know who's watching you. So you got to always be on your P's and Q's, because even though when you think you might not be in good, other people might see your talent or everything, whatever you're doing. So
Facts.
You just never know where that blessing come from. So you could say you never know who's watching you.
That's real. That's 100%.
That's a fact. Anybody got the first question?
All right. So I'm going to make a statement first, and I want you to answer, am I right or am I wrong? So, HB, you'll like this one. So for the last 2 years, we've seen state championship in football from Verona, won another state championship for football for Highland Springs, 2 back-to-back state championships in basketball for Verona, and another state championship in basketball for Highland Springs. So I'm going to say this and I'm going to ask this. Is the East End running sports right now? In
Richmond?
In Richmond.
Yeah.
Why?
That's easy. Who else winning?
Now, in defense of the 2 Chesterfield brothers over here, y'all niggas would pick the weakest era of our school sports. I said it. Anytime where you only got 2 teams winning. Back when we was in school, back in our day, Al, everybody was eating. Right, it was Southside was eating, the city schools was eating.
What year was this?
I mean, the East End schools was eating 2014, 2012, 2013.
Yeah, because we was under the old classifications. Well, matter of fact, you went from 2014 was the second year of it was the first year of the new classification. But Bird had already, if you're speaking of LC Bird had won 1 state championship in the old classification in 2012, and then they won 2013, 2014. So then from that point, Highland Springs started winning. From that point, Highland Springs had a 4-peat, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Oh, you did?
Yeah. And I'm a Chesterfield guy, so I live in Chesterfield.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give credit what credit due.
Yeah.
So, Thomas Dale won one in 2009. I'm just saying. No, but you got No, I gotta educate you young bucks here. Let me tell you something. In 2009, Oscar Smith was the #1 football team in the country.
That's not a shocker.
But Thomas Dale beat them. in order to get that state championship to win that game. So you got to give them credit. You can't discredit that. They beat the number 1 football team in the country in order to win their only state championship.
But it's Dale.
Somebody had a check go through. Somebody tax return came through that. Nah, I'm playing. I know. They did.
So
that's all they got.
So we got to do that.
Sure though, but no, East End definitely has it right now. I definitely give it to
Because you got to think about it. Hermitage won in 2010. They lost.
Yeah, they had a chokehold on shit.
So,
yeah.
Hey, I was at the game and I was kind of ticked off. They lost the battlefield. So you got to give people that do this. It's timing for everything.
Thanks.
For sure.
Shout out Coach Boom at Verona, back to back.
My guy, shout out to Coach Boom, AT, Kennard, those players, and the whole East End mob, man, they doing the thing out there.
For sure. All right. I guess I was say for the people that don't know or our viewers, since we're kind of collabing today, what is it that you do with your podcast? That you say, or what made you want to start it?
You said, what do I do?
Yeah, I guess what do you do with your podcast? I'll let somebody else answer. Say the next question.
Actually, what I do is I actually reach out to a lot of local coaches, current, past, and I just give everybody their flowers. Because we have a lot of history in 804 that you guys that came up in 2014, you guys were born what year? Right. And the best basketball in the city was in the 90s. So I try to go back and kind of give you guys a historic fashion to where it all started, because you guys seen it from the level of basketball now is kind of down a sports where it used to be. The road was a lot much tougher, because see, now everything is judged by classification, so all the schools got the same school size playing against each other. Back then, we grouped them all into one, and it didn't even matter, and the best team won. And that's why we didn't really have that many state champions. Now you got state champions coming out your ass now. So, it's a little different. The road's a lot easier than it was back in the 90s and in the 80s. So what I try to do is I try to have you guys to look back and see, how it was back when I was in school, and maybe some of your great uncles was in school, and kind of see how it was, because you might say, oh man, y'all was old and y'all do that. But it's a lot of good basketball back then. The rules were different. You could hand check. You can do a lot of stuff. Ain't none of this, I can't hit you when the ball across the middle and all of this stuff. It's a lot different now. And it's not you guys' fault, but I guess it's the safety of the game and stuff like that. So, So I just try to give people a historic version of our city's sports. And that's just where it is now.
I got a question for you. What inspires you in your personal and business life as well?
I try to be the best at what I do. Being the only child sucks, So I'm very competitive. So when somebody tell me that I can't do something, and I don't know why I was in school, I was that kid that for the first 3 semesters I may have bad grades, and then my mama said, you gonna fail, and then that last semester I get all A's and bring that to a C average just to prove her wrong.
Hey, that's
so I'm that
clutch.
kid.
Right.
Yeah, so that was me. So, and I kind of stick that. So I always had to be defensive about and prove why I did everything. And I kind of brought it on myself, but that's what kind of motivated me now. And that what kind of motivated me to start this podcast for a similar reason, which we'll go into whenever that time y'all ask me that.
Let's go into it now. How did you get started?
Group chat, group text. My son and 2 other friends of mine, we always talk about sports throughout the day. So whatever comes out, man, did you see that Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets, stuff like that. And so by me, my current profession, I actually deliver bread, run my own bread business. So they sit behind a computer all day. So it's easy for them to kind of like text and send messages out. So for me, I was just like, man, look, let's just put on the podcast or something. Let's just kind of do it. We can talk about it all at one time because I get tired of going in my pocket and texting back and stuff like that. And they didn't want to do it. So one of the guys was like, he lived in 757. He was like, man, let's do it. He had all the equipment. He's a media guy for Hampton Roads. I'll just say that. I won't say his name. But he was good at it. So I was like, man, let's do it. And so he has the same passion as mine, and we just put together. He got some guys from 7.5, and I got some guys from up here, and it worked. And that's how we got started. And we started at like July of 2020, and we did it with Dwight Vick, who was the cousin of Michael Vick. They played at Virginia Tech, and he ended up playing in the NFL. He was our first guest. And then our second guest was Boo Williams. Of course, everybody know who Boo Williams is in here. If you don't know, then Google. So, yeah, that's how we got started.
Facts. I'd say, what's your favorite part about doing a podcast? Coming to this
My
point.
favorite part is giving flowers. I've always done that, so it's easy for me to do. I don't like the spotlight on myself, so so you guys are getting a rare version of me because I don't like being put on the spot. So I thought with all this technology and stuff we got now, I thought it would be the right thing to do. But I was really motivated by, because the breakup of me and my former partner, when I say partner business-wise, not because gay or anything like that, but I have to put that out there. Life partner, right, there you go. But, and we just decided things just didn't work out. So I just got motivated, man. It was just like, I'm going to show him that I'm better than him. And he came out on February 2022 with Nancy Lieberman that be on ESPN. And I was like, oh, shit. So people going to think that he was the one that was running the podcast. Mm-hmm. I couldn't have that because I was done with it. I was like, I ain't doing it. So I had people in my corner was like, no, you need to do it. You was good, but you just need to talk more. I was like, no, that ain't for me. But when I saw that, my pride kicked in because I was like, damn. And so this girl that I had met in Kroger, like helping her, she was doing Instacart, and we just happened to just was talking and stuff, and she said, hey, I told her I do a podcast. She said, hey, I know somebody that if you're looking for a studio, here you go. And she gave me that, and I was like, okay, well, I'll just contact them and just see would it work. And from there, I contacted these guys, and we kind of went from there. And he said, man, listen, I saw your stuff. It's okay. But if you roll with us, you won't have to worry about getting any guests that you want anywhere. I said, how much it's going to cost me? And the rest is history, man. I'm here.
Thanks.
But I wanted to show up the 757 guy because all they always talk about is their history and how much they're better than 804, and I can't have that shit. Mm-hmm. So with Haliah Springs, Lorena, Bird, Thomas Dale, Hopewell, Dinwiddie, Henrico, shout out to Henrico, and whoever else I'm leaving out, man. We got to show them boys what we all about. So this is just my way of giving back to those guys who paid the way that did it real big, and we got to do that because if you guys don't know where we came from, then how y'all gonna know where y'all going?
Yeah.
So that's just me. So I'm motivated by that. So even though we kind of squashed that beef, I'm still carrying it like I'm pissed off at him. So that's the only way I stay motivated.
Hey, competition.
Yeah.
I got one. Biggest misconception about doing a podcast.
People think it's easy.
I can respect that. Yeah.
Y'all know, man. Like I sat here and watched y'all set up. Mm-hmm. And it's like, y'all got all this equipment and stuff, and y'all got to pay for that stuff, and y'all want this stuff to look right. So people think it's easy to do, and it's not easy.
That's facts.
I don't know how y'all feel about it, but for me,
Yeah. I mean, that was one for me. Yeah. What about you? But yeah, I mean.
Oh no, it's not. Just
Yeah.
that is easy. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, ain't about us. Right, right. We can sit here complain all day, right? Yeah, if we wanted to, but that's not what it's about.
Easy. It takes a lot of your time, your personal time. So, people don't understand that you got a schedule and all of this other stuff like that. At least it's for y'all. It's just one of me, but I do have a team. But I schedule my own guests. So I pick my own guests. I schedule my own guests. They just do the edits and put the stuff out. So it kind of works for both of us. But that shit takes a lot of damn time. So trying to find a balance, that's crazy.
And then scheduling is really any kind of production you do is the toughest thing. Yeah. Scheduling is the toughest, yeah.
It is because, especially when you have a guest-based podcast like this, you guys might say March 20th. I might say March 21st. Okay, I might say 3 o'clock. Y'all might say 6 o'clock. And you're like, well, God damn, well, did it work for you? Did it work for you? Did it work for you? Oh, it might not work for me. Then you got to kind of go back and be like, all right, well, all my guys not going to be here. But we got to do this. Okay, let's try it in May. So that's the stuff that you kind of deal with that I don't like about it. But when you get that guest that you want to kind of hear their story, it's kind of well worth it at the end.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I ask this question a lot to, people I interview. What you've been around the block for, last 20-some years, of course, in sports. What do you think the black coach means to a lot of these kids?
The black coach?
Yeah.
More so in this generation because of the social issues that we have going on now. It probably means a lot more to you guys' generation than it does for me because we just had to deal with whatever the hand was dealt. Whether the coach was black, white, or whatever, we just had to make it work. They put so much of this social conscious stuff like this stuff now. It's just so much different. I'm glad that it's a lot of our black coaches are getting a lot more opportunity nowadays. But we come from an era where we grew up, man, it was just the way. And we couldn't question nothing. It was just like, okay, well, we want a black coach. Well, you ain't getting a black coach. It's just what it was. And we had to play the hands that we were dealt. So to see that it all come to fruition now is a beautiful thing because now we can kind of give these coaches an opportunity that where back in the 90s and the early 80s, they didn't have that opportunity, especially even if it was in the city. Sometimes, man, it just didn't work out like that. But now, like a Coach Boone, there wasn't no Coach Boone coaching in Verona back in the 80s like that. It won't. Or Coach Tennyson at Highland Springs. We had Coach Lancaster, but then you got to go back before then. You know what I'm saying? Those opportunities won't afford it to us like that. At Rico, you got a white coach now, but we won't get those interviews. The football coach is black, but the football coaches are white. We won't get those opportunities. So to see it happening now, I'm happy for that.
Yeah, my fault. I guess talk to us a little bit about like Morissette Media and kind of what they do and I guess how that goes.
Morissette Media, they are a turnkey company. What they do is they started off like what they do is a lot of media stuff like weddings and they just got into the podcast game. Mm. What they were doing before, they was doing music videos out of their garage. Mm. And shout out to Tim and Zach. He was doing them out of his garage in Powhatan. There's two white guys, and they was doing a lot of videos, and he said he just got tired of a lot of the artists coming to the house smoking and drinking in his garage. And, that wasn't a good look, so he had to go find a place to do it. But they've been doing stuff like this probably since 2012. Like weddings, all types of stuff like that. So podcasts just became their thing in 2022, and that was their first client. So I came on at the ground level, but they had been doing a lot of stuff like that. So they're good at what they do. Two laid back guys. I call them two guys. What's it? Two guys in a truck. That's what I call them. So, and they just took this stuff, man, and just elevated. Now they got 15 acts, a podcast, different podcasts of, they got just all different backgrounds. So that's pretty much about what they do.
That's one more thing. You got the we kind of both got the chance to kind of talk to some members of the Baycott family. I guess a little bit. You kind of had the more recent interview. I guess just tell me about your experience, like because you got to see all of them actually. We only got to interview like the sister and then like King.
Oh yeah,
and he's grown. Yeah, and he's grown up now. Like that man.
AZ.
Oh my God,
That's family,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. Well, you got to keep in mind, Mondo. Well, first, I think I had the family first. Well, I'll give you a backstory. My son played at Trinity Episcopal with Mondo. So that's where, but we go back further than that, when my son was playing for Richmond Metro, and Mondo always wanted to play on our team, but he never got a chance to. And he went down 757 and played. So that's where our history started. I didn't meet AZ and King and Joya and them until my son graduated high school. When I got to know the Baycotts more. But when we were at Trinity together, they would kind of be on one end, and I was like on the front row with some of the other dads and stuff like that. So I didn't really interact with them much. I knew Mondo's mom more. So that's where that came in. And then, when you at Trinity and you win the way that we won, we became a family. And from that point on, man, it's like, okay, now we exchange numbers and, we go to different events together and stuff like that. And our kids, Big Mondo, shout out to him and me, we just became one. And so when we did the interview, it was easy. I didn't know as much about King and AZ as I did prior to that interview. All I knew she played at Haliah Springs, and I didn't know that King, was as gifted as he was.
That kid, man.
That kid.
Jeez. Like, have y'all seen his recent highlights, man? That man is a problem, bro.
His basketball IQ.
Woo, boy.
Like, he is so further along than what Mondo was or AZ. I don't know. It's so natural for him. So, just like, I really kind of wanted to kind of get his input on it. And I was just like, man, you got to keep, because he's so young. But you think about it, how tall he is at middle school, sixth grade. Yeah. So I went to like probably like 6, 7 of his games.
A problem.
He's gonna be a problem.
I'm sorry.
He's gonna be a problem.
That boy is a problem.
He's gonna be a problem.
I think I was just on YouTube or something like that. Like it was like a couple months ago, and I was like, King Baycott, number one player and number one sixth grader in the country. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I was like, wait a minute, that's King. I was like, oh my God, he over there talking trash to the niggas and everything. I was like, this nigga is a problem, bro.
Yes, he's a problem.
Sixth grade.
But he's a really good kid, and he's so humble.
Yeah.
But he's before his time, because I saw him in the 4th grade, and his basketball IQ, I was like, he's not supposed to be doing that.
Right.
And so, shout out to the family, man, because with all this social media and everything like that, it's going to be hard to sustain that for the next 6 to 7 years. So if he keeps trending the way that he's going, he's going to be a pro.
We got the interview. No,
Yeah, you can book that. He's going to be a pro if he keeps continuing to get better the way that he does. So that interview was fun. Mondo, that's like my little bro. That was easy to do because it was funny. We were supposed to do that podcast back in September at his camp. And of course, I can say this, Morissette Media didn't want to do it. He wanted to do it at 7 o'clock in the morning. Now, who do a podcast at 7 o'clock in the morning? my podcast, my team, they didn't want to get up and do it, and I didn't think Mondo was going to show up. So I was like, man, don't do it. They're getting this now, so hope he don't kill me for this. But so we went to the camp. It was like, then it was Caleb Love and RJ and them there. I was like, damn, we could have did this there. But after that, he called me. I think they played Michigan. And I think Mondo had like 28 and 13. He called me on the highway and said, hey, man, I'm ready to come on the podcast. I'm on my way to Richmond. When you want to come on? Tomorrow. Huh? And I was like, okay, all right, bet. And we just made it happen. So, like, our chemistry, like, Mondo knows that I know a lot of stuff. So he wanted to see me act a fool. So that's the reason more so why he wanted to come on, so he can ask the same questions, some crazy stuff, because he knows that I'm going to ask it. And if he knows something that historic-wise, he know I know it. So we just got a bond like that. So I can call him up right now, FaceTime. He answer and vice versa. So we just have that relationship.
That's dope.
So I asked one more. So, of course, I grew up, going to the Siegel Center for games. But I'll ask you this question. Mm-hmm. What's the best game you've seen at the Arthur Ashe Center?
Ooh, at the Arthur Ashe Center.
Because, you got a lot of old heads telling you, the Arthur Ashe Center used to be rocking in the 80s and 90s.
It did. You had to really be a part of that because, I've seen a lot of John Marshall TJ games there. I've seen a lot of when Norfolk State and Hampton was in the CIAA. The games were there. They weren't at Union Baco Stevens Arena, so they were there. Probably the best game, I'm going to say y'all going to like this one, that I've seen was when Allen Iverson and Tony Rutley came here. Because y'all have to remember, and it's crazy because I told this story earlier today to a guy. I was in Chesterfield at a party. I wasn't even going to the game because I was just like, back then there was so much crime going on in the city. I was like, man, I'm going to hang out with my boys out in Chesterfield. But it was a big snowstorm. So I was like, yo, and LC Bird Girls was playing in this first game. Was it the semifinal game? So I was like, all right. We didn't know who we heard of Allen Iverson when they played against Huguenot, but I wasn't thinking of that. So we get to the game, and of course, back then, when it snowed, we still went to school, y'all. Y'all didn't go to school. If it rained hard around here, the school was out. We still had to go to school, and the game was still on. We see Allen Iverson and coming in with this entourage and this swag. We was like, who the hell is this dude? Like, he's like the shit. But I'm not thinking that he was the quarterback of the football team when they beat Huguenot a couple of months before.
He does it all.
I still have the newspaper clippings and the ESPN magazine in my book at home when this little Chinese-looking dude, which was the point guard, Tony Rutland, he just dribbling all smooth, and he throw the ball up, and we like, what is he throwing the ball to? When you see Iverson come out of nowhere and just dunks it. And they playing Hopewell. And I'm like, who the hell is this? Then Tony Rutland comes down, and he just smooth and just shoot the ball. He didn't even, when he shoot the three-pointer, he turning away and walking away. That's how it was. Like I said, you look it up. And that was probably the most exciting game. We went back to school the next day. I was going to the Richmond Tech Center for my trade. And we went back to the school the next day because it was Will, Hugh, and I, everybody. And we was like, yo, did you go to that game, man? That was the best game I've ever seen. That was my best game I ever seen. Because we was like, who the hell is this dude? Who is this little Chinese dude? You know what I'm saying? That's what we thought. But, he won't that. But that's what he looked like. You know what I'm saying? But Iverson put on a show, and that was that. But I've seen Ben Wallace play there. I've seen a lot of the great John Marshall teams there, but nothing will ever compare to that Allen Iverson game in '93, that snowy day at the Ashe Center, because all the games was always there. We didn't have a Siegel Center. And the Coliseum was just too big, and I guess they just never had games there. So, yeah, we saw that. I saw that. But that was 84. Yeah, so my first game was 83, Ronnie Wade, John Marshall, when it was Marshall Walker. And I was about 9 years old. And I remember seeing that. And then we went to Union was the highlight. See, what UNC and Kentucky is, that was our Carolina Union. Because Union just always had these posters in the grocery stores, and they show you who they were playing and all the top players. So we were like, we going to Union game, stuff like that. And Oakley was our Jordan, our LeBron. Because we was like, oh, he made it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, those was the days.
That's a fact. We got any more questions so we can get into it? All right, I guess we kind of touched on it last week, but we can get your opinion on John Morant, I guess, real quick. The recent news is that he's taking some time off, like away from the team, so shit like that. Especially after the stripper pick drop. You know what I mean? The strip club pick. I'm sorry. It's a difference. That is wrong. They were
wrong for that.
That is wrong.
I smell chap.
That don't sound like some goddamn Players Club, Bernie Mac type of guy, dollar bill type of bullshit. But yeah, I guess your initial take on everything on John Morant right now, I guess.
I like Ja.
Don't we all?
Man, listen.
He's still cool with me though.
I ain't got no problem with
I'm
Ja,
still
man.
cool with him.
What he doing, we did the same thing when we was coming up, man. We made a lot of the same mistakes. You know, him, the only thing it is that's different between my time and what he doing now is social media. You take away social media, people wouldn't even know what the hell's going on. They really wouldn't even know. So, right. So, I guess from a PC standpoint, they have to say, oh, he's going through counseling and all of this stuff like that. But, man, what the hell? He really don't need to be going through that stuff like that. I mean, he made a damn mistake. So what? We all make mistakes. I mean, what Ja's what? How old is Ja?
23.
Who ain't make mistakes when they were 23 years old? Why the hell do you need counseling for that? I mean, let's be honest. Why do you really need counseling for making you growing up? You making mistakes. This man is a millionaire.
I could say you're still a kid.
Right.
At 23, yeah.
Exactly. So we make mistakes now. We ain't never had, I know I've never seen that much money before, but I'm saying, what do you expect with a kid that's making over $100 million? They're going to make some mistakes. They're going to do some bad things. They're going to do some good things. I mean, hell, it's all a part of the process of growing up. So, I mean, hell, he'll learn from it. I mean, I guess he'll get some people over in his corner and, they'll have like getting counselor talk to him, but he'll be fine. Ain't nothing there, and we ain't never seen nobody else do. So as far as I'm concerned, he good with me. So I don't think too much of it, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that, but shit, the FBI could be bugged right now. This shit, they know everything we doing, right? I'll be honest with you, I really don't even know. I mean, when I guess the NBA is a business, and of course you're gonna have some you have to protect your brand. So of course I'm pretty sure they got some high level people watching these guys, especially these guys who make the money for them. So I'll be honest with you, I really haven't thought that much into it. But if they ain't find nothing good, that's good. Because I ain't want them to kind of blackball the dude and smear his name and all that other stuff like that, man. So, To be honest with you, I really didn't pay too much attention to it. I see it, I scroll it, like, whatever. Yeah, they were. They probably were looking for something. To kind of make him look bad. You know, him and his team look bad or whatever. But I'm just like, go back to what I said. At 23, 22 years old, when you make it over $100 million, you going to make some mistakes. It's just bound to happen. I mean, I tell you what, if y'all come, let's say for instance right now, let's just say Pepsi come in here and offer you guys a $500 million deal to do y'all podcast, sponsor y'all podcast. And they say, okay, we're going to give y'all like $100 million signing bonus. What are y'all going to do with that money when y'all first go, right? Y'all going to take a little vacation, right?
Thank you.
Y'all going to do some things that y'all haven't done, right? You're gonna be in a whole different tax bracket. Y'all gonna be doing a whole different things.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna buy a little bit of drink. Y'all gonna buy a little bit of smoke.
My brother.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get some females in this thing, and you're not gonna go get the same females that y'all been dating. You gonna go get some females.
All right, Lee, hold on.
We gonna
Back to the
be
money. All right.
Let's just keep it
We
100.
forgot about everything.
Let's just be 100. Okay?
Oh shit, 4K trade, right?
We
Immediately.
We just not gonna get the regular chicks around the way.
Yeah.
We gonna get some Megan Good. We might see Megan Good.
With the
I'm
$8
$500 million good right now. I see Shanti, I'm rolling up on her. You hear me?
Amen. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let's just say, now whether she bite or not, hey, shit, I'm feeling.
We ain't worried about that. Yeah, we ain't worried about that. Yeah, we ain't worried about that.
I'm just saying. So
I slipped. Right.
I'm just using examples. So I'm
That's
just
a
saying.
fact,
So
though.
stuff like that happens. So I mean, what the fuck do you expect? You give a kid, a black kid, or any kid for that goddamn money, shit.
You give a
gonna be little
person.
different.
Yeah. If I got
Right,
it.
I don't give a damn what color it is. I'm not gonna put it on the black kids. It's anybody. Shit.
That's a fact.
White kids make mistakes.
Fuck yeah, look at Macaulay Culkin and all them damn kids that was doing all that stuff early on. What is this shit? Home Alone and all that stuff. They was these phenomenal. Now they was on fucking drugs. What the hell? Come on, man.
Get damn near almost every Disney star.
Exactly.
Damn near. Yeah.
Nickelodeon and all them people. Come on, now. Don't give me.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So don't let's try to put it on the black kids, but that's just what they do.
Paint the narrative.
Yeah, they want to paint that narrative that stay away from the black kids. They're the problem. Blah blah blah. And okay, all right, whatever. You know. So and we just continue to prove them wrong, more and more and more and more and more. And the thing is, man, you just keep your team close to you. You know, the people who you started off with, you continue to be with them, because the minute that you put some outsider person in your clique, then something else gonna happen. Keep your homies, people you came up with, you continue to roll with them. Because as soon as you put some new dude in there, it's gonna be a whole different story. So, man, it's whatever. But no, if I get some new money, shit, we'll get a little bit of new every goddamn thing. Anybody sit up here and tell me otherwise, you lying.
Amen. Amen.
You know what I'm saying? You'll be feeling real good.
Megan Good, holla at me. Yeah.
Exactly. Holla at your boy.
Right.
For real.
Right, I ain't mad at you. Yeah, I'm not mad at you at all. Yeah.
You're going to have a top 5. You're going to be like, shit, Megan Good.
Oh, Lord.
You know, for me, Ashanti.
Ice Spice? Anybody throwing Ice Spice in there?
What's that other girl?
Threw her in there.
She can get it too.
He just threw her in there. Oh, Lord.
You know
Don't get these
what I'm
niggas
saying?
started,
Shit,
man.
Y'all be like, shit, Taylor Rooks. Me, all of that. Hey, shit, I might. Shit, she Riri won't pregnant. All that Riri. Shit, you know.
And money gets you into certain places you never thought
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So shit, you feeling real good. So I mean, you know, it's all right.
you never heard of.
Right.
VIP, you come
Where's
over there. Yeah,
Rihanna?
man.
Yeah.
Check out the 804 podcast. Check out that deal. Come on up here.
Where's Rihanna? Just walk in the club. Where's Rihanna?
Man, you listen, man.
You know how they.
Listen,
Where's
you think about
Rihanna? See what a check is.
I see it on a small level. I'm balling in VA. I ain't even nowhere. I go to the Verona game or Highland Springs game, they treat me a whole lot different than they treat me in Chesterfield. So I'm like, but damn, I walk with the game. Hey, I see your podcast, whatever. Man, come over. They showed me love. So if I can imagine how it is on a small level, imagine how I wouldn't be here today if y'all didn't think I was in the good, right?
That's a fact.
Big facts.
Right. This is why I'm here,
You
right?
wouldn't have came on if you didn't think we were.
Right.
Big
You
facts.
know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, so this is why y'all invited me, because apparently y'all saw what I'm doing something good, right? So I'm just saying. So times 10 with that.
And that's it. Yeah.
That's
Sir,
all I'm saying.
Sir, the check, sir. Right, yeah. Sir, the check. Yeah, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be feeling good like how Gilly and Wallow was when they was hugging each other. I'm like, shit, I hope we get one of them damn deals.
It's on the way.
Saying? So
Facts.
shout out
It's
to
coming.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Y'all keep doing your thing, but I'm telling you right now.
It's all good until the Pepsi company sees you drinking a Coca-Cola. And
That ain't gonna happen. Because I ain't trying to mess up that money.
Yeah, keep that money coming in.
You know what I'm saying? I'll be starry.
Yeah, 100 mil. Yeah, 100 mil. I'll be all right. Yeah, let's go ahead and give me Pepsi. Right, yeah. So you don't want any water? Nah. Bring the
Pepsi, you know what I'm saying? But I want the goddamn side of
Bring
that
the
damn deal.
Pepsi. That's a fact.
Touched your Pepsi. Yeah.
Sir, we only have Coke products. All right, I'm out. Right,
If
yeah.
I drunk it.
Right.
That's a finnack.
Yeah, you know, so that's just how you gotta think, man. So like I said, shout out to Job, man. Hope everything work out for him. He'll be fine. I mean, the NBA need him. He's a young guy. LeBron ready to go out, man. So they need that guy. So they ain't gonna let that happen to him. That's not let the media, you know, put that out there as they gonna like do something to Job. No, the NBA it will be struggling without that man. Cause what's the name ain't panning out right now. He stay hurt. What's his name? The jumping boy. New Orleans. Zion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I call him the jumping kid.
Gotta love it. We love it. We love the negativity here. Gotta love it. First round, first number 1 overall pick. Right, jumping boy. Right.
You know, he always jumping out the damn gym and shit, you know, but he always hurt. But,
That's a fact.
you know, shout out to him too.
Shout out to him too. All right. Well, speaking of jumping, actually, I'm actually glad you brought that up. We do have a clip of the week. It's been a minute. Hold on, get the air horn. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to share the phone on this one. But this is recently, was it last weekend at Sky Zone in Chesterfield, where a group of mothers and some companions got the brawling at Sky Zone. And it's Chesterfield. This is our people. This is us. So,
Yeah.
This is how we do. This is how we do it.
Yeah, I'm
I saw
looking.
that this morning.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The little boy, you saw the little boy.
We got y'all. I made sure I got the whole drum inside the time.
Yeah.
I
I got a Pepsi deal. Yeah.
Look out.
Y'all.
Employees come late as a with the damn hoodie on, late as.
Thank goodness this didn't happen during February. Thank goodness this didn't happen during. Yo.
Look at the sisters, man.
Classic tale. The kid told the mom that, oh, somebody mama touched me, and then the mama come in hot.
No, remember when I told you if somebody touch him out? Yeah, like
Yeah, shit like that. Yeah.
me,
So yeah, bucko.
It's
So
crazy, man. You can't touch nobody kid these days, man.
Facts.
When we came up, man, shit. Damn neighbor could beat us. The principal could touch us. The damn principal, everybody, man. Now that's a
Get
damn
your
problem.
hands off of my child.
niggas can't even go to Sky Zone no more.
Damn kid, somebody got me. You can't touch my damn kid. None of these kids need their ass beat. Ask me. Shit.
And what are you gonna do? Yeah, it's like all right. Yeah.
Sky Zone. Right?
Y'all want to send me and say Ballin in VA said it? Fuck it. I don't give a damn. But y'all get your asses beat.
So he was weak out.
He got back up quick.
Y'all, we can't. You know what? I'm not gonna put the video in because then we gonna be wrong. They gonna make it mad at us. Right? Get mad at Bobby. Oh, get mad at him. Man, nah, nah, chill, man.
Insert clip here. Yeah.
Sorry that we're
say insert
genuine.
it.
Jesus.
Hey, what y'all?
So y'all making fun of my kids now? It's like no.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we are. Y'all embarrass yourself.
Yeah.
Oh
So we did.
You. Is it you? Yeah.
Right. You can't get mad at what y'all did. Y'all embarrassed yourself. Somebody else did it. Y'all just replayed it.
Oh
I'm
boy.
surprised you ain't asked about any John Marshall questions.
I do got one question.
I forgot how long it is.
So throughout the summertime when we were filming, Alex had this hypothetical question.
Oh yeah. Okay.
and that'll be our Jesse Wonders, I guess, for the day and get up out of here.
Well, okay. I guess I think I know how I'm gonna frame it.
Talk to him.
So go ahead and ask.
Okay. So what was your hypothetical question?
All right. So.
And you were a coach, right? You were a coach. Okay.
Okay.
So we have an actual coach here now.
Right.
I was an assistant coach under Coach Atkins at Henrico.
And I'll
We'll
tell
tell you
you all
Metro.
about Coach
I mean,
Atkins.
Richmond Metro.
What we about to say? He never. Okay, can I start it off though?
Go ahead.
Okay. So, he never misses in this situation. All right, so tie game. Damn, my mic. Yeah, let's just switch it. Okay, so tie game. Okay. So you put him in. He's very, very, very. He's below average. Let's say he's a little average. He does a behind the back no look shot, and he always makes it at the end, like at the buzzer. So like you put him in, and he just doesn't look, throws it back, makes it every single time. So like, what was the thing y'all were saying? Like, well, one of my questions was, is he technically clutch if he always makes it?
I said
in
you
that
just
scenario?
can't come back to the team.
I said, he's not getting back in the game. I don't care how many times.
He wins you the game. He wins you a title.
You're not getting back in the game.
You're not coming back on the team. next year.
You're not playing no more. That's the end of your career.
He wins you a title?
The conundrum is, do you big him up because he literally just won the game for you?
Is he a weapon?
Or do you have to somewhat be a coach and be like, that was a crazy ass shot?
It's a crazy ass
That he
fucking
keeps
shot.
making every single time you put him in at the end.
Okay, so, and this is in the season form. So let's say in the regular season, he keeps doing this shit somehow, some way. What we want to know is, are you putting them in the playoffs when it's time?
Let's say he on the street.
And let's say, and another thing, my fault, HB, he's not good at anything else but this.
Yeah. And remember, I said,
He can't dribble.
the original thing.
Can't shoot free throws.
Hold on. The original
Put
thing.
him in the
It's like a
game.
one-trick pony.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, the original thing was he actually got you to the title game. So he did it all the way in the playoffs. So he was doing it in the playoffs and then consistently back to back.
Why is y'all putting him in the game? I mean, period. I mean, if he can't dribble, right? What you said?
Yes. That's all.
Average
that's all he can do.
dribbling.
Average dribbler. So why is he being inserted in the game again? Or am I
He
just
makes
thinking-
this shot.
Maybe the first time it was just by chance he got in. He got to show off that he could do it, thus leading to the. I'm
No.
trying to help you.
No. Now, I will say this. As a coach, I said, okay, if he does it back to back, he's going to get known for that shot. Because, okay, other coaches are going to be like, okay, I'm not losing to this nigga because, like, okay, like, we know what he can do. That means that the other coaches are going to be fighting hard to stop him from doing that one thing. If he keeps making it, that means that he is talented at that shot. He's clutch at that shot. Because that means that there's no way the coaches are just going to be like, that's fine. He's not going to make it. Because they've seen him make it before. So they're going to see him constantly. Okay, he made it this game. He made it this game. Okay, he's got us. They're putting him in. He's going to go for the shot. So stop him. Don't let him. And he makes it consistently. So that's why I'm saying. I was telling him he's clutch. He's clutch.
I think that's what Harry Lee said when we interviewed him. Like, yeah, he got to come back.
Yeah, you got to. If it's been working, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
He's a weapon. Yeah, he's a weapon. Yeah, I know.
It's like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like, I don't even know, but if it works, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
Just keep doing it again, right?
I'd like to think that he's adaptable because, like, there's no way that another coach, think about the other coach,
It's kind of like a secret weapon.
but
And then one could say, like, we were kind of going back and forth on, like, the coach's integrity. Like, if that, like that's fuck it.
He's on the.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
All right, you're in. All right.
Right, yeah. Fuck it.
And he's humble.
Yeah, fuck the integrity at that point. If it's 3 or 4 games and he's still making a shot, then we gonna put his ass in and do it again.
Yeah.
Until he don't make it.
Now here's what I said. I said if he's not working on his game in the summertime,
I missed the part where
he
that's
can't
my
come
problem.
back. Like if that's all he can do by next season.
If he wins you multiple state titles, Nick.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
You gotta work on your game.
Well, okay. Let's say
That's all you can do.
Let's say he's working a little bit, but he just doesn't get to like,
doesn't get to.
yo. But I'd have to say he is adaptable though, because think about it, you have to adapt. They're gonna be looking at you, bro. They're gonna like the other coaches are gonna have to like. What are you gonna do up against somebody? Okay, dude's coming in. We know what he's gonna do.
He ain't getting the ball.
Okay, but if he keeps making it,
He ain't getting the ball.
but that's what I'm saying. He keeps
touching
making
the ball.
Hey, look, that's what I said. If he
He's not
keeps
getting the
making
ball.
it.
I'm gonna have one guy to make sure that we deny him the ball every goddamn day because he would not embarrass the fuck out of me. He is not gonna embarrass me.
And there's
So
going to be a line of
he
coaches
ain't
saying
getting
that.
the ball. He ain't getting the ball. We're not going to even foul him. He's not touching the ball. He will get denied the whole goddamn time. So that's what I'm telling you. So if he beat 3 teams like that, it won't be a 4th. I will make sure that one guy that I have on him will deny him the ball. He's not getting the opportunity to do that shit.
Yeah, it
He
goes
will not
in.
embarrass me.
He goes in.
I would have to respect the fact that if he beat 3 teams like that, I won't be the 4th. I can't let that happen.
And would you say most coaches would share that sentiment?
If they smart, they would.
Yeah, okay. So if he can, so that means that he's talented at this shot. You gotta respect that. Hey, you gotta respect that.
Using the word talented is a stretch.
Well,
but
okay. He's
I would call it luck, maybe, or something. I don't know.
at that one shot. Yeah, like okay. Would you consider him clutch?
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Clutch and that's it. Okay, he's done it all. He wins you a title. He wins you a title.
Man, you even add that, boy. You really stretching this, but
Boy, ain't no way,
we'll
boy.
go with it. I'll play along with
Boy,
it.
ain't no way, boy.
He's something. I don't know what to call him.
He's
but
something else. Yeah.
Boy, ain't no way,
So
boy.
okay.
You
So
call him
Boy, ain't
trash.
no way, boy.
That's like somebody
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
okay.
gonna work with something to some point.
Hey. Boy,
If he
ain't no
wins the
fucking way.
title,
Boy, ain't
HB.
no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way.
I mean, you're right. But if he wins the title, you gotta give him his respect. Okay. Are you okay? You on his team? He makes that shot. Y'all win the state game. Are you celebrating with him?
Way, boy.
Yep.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
Yeah, like.
Yeah.
That's my problem.
Oh, okay. I was just seeing how far I was gonna go. Like that. Hey, yeah.
So you're not gonna let him come back?
He wins you the title. Come on now. He gets you through the.
Because if you miss it, now I'm mad.
Hey. No. Okay. I'm gonna end it at this.
No, I was sure he can come back next year.
Yeah, I'm gonna end it at this. But I did one scenario, and this was the stretch. This was the one where
Brother, this guy's
this one was stupid. But like what I did was I was like so. yeah, you might need it. So he does a shot, right? Like let's say like title game, all right? Misses it. And then gets the ball again and then shoots it, like does the shot again and it goes in. And then he's like joking, like I was just playing the first time. Now he makes it, he wins the game, but he was joking the first time. That's wild.
How many seconds are on the clock?
Yeah, because I'm like,
It's like you shoot it from half court.
Well, maybe not half court.
Or just shooting it behind.
Yeah.
If it's less than 5 seconds
Let's say it's 10.
it's a long damn time.
and nobody's able to get the rebound.
He's able to just get it again, put it up.
10 seconds is basketball in
Yeah.
real time. That's a long time.
That is true.
I smell cap.
So if he still wins the game that way.
I smell
Now, okay.
It really depends on your coach, for real.
This is like love don't cost a thing. Nick Cannon shit. Like
Dead ass.
that's what it seemed like. Like when he was doing them crazy dances
Oh,
and
yeah.
shit like that. So that's what I'm envisioning.
Yeah.
How do I get the girl to love me on the basketball team?
Yeah.
He misses that bitch.
That part.
And it's over. In the movie. And then Spike Lee comes out, smacks your side. Denzel's mad at you. Everybody's mad. Dwayne Martin mad. Tupac mad. Everybody mad.
Yeah.
Hey, you fucked up.
Now, if he's playing and he still makes it. If he's playing and he still makes it after a miss.
Your game in the summertime.
Okay.
But he might be but he may be one of those guys that he just don't work on his game.
Don't
he just
Coach, you really want me to work on my game?
I want you to work on your dribbling.
Jeez. Yup.
but the other guys are fairly decent, right?
Yeah, other guy's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't worried about him. He can just leave him where he is.
Yeah. He's a weapon.
Right.
Y'all.
I'm saying, this is what I'm saying.
Don't shoot like that unless you're him.
You can't make somebody do something they don't want to do. So if I got my core guys who have been the core guys of my team, of course you're gonna have one guy that's just not gonna be what you want him to be, no matter what you tell him. Why he's on the team, I guess.
Talent. At one shot.
I don't know, but like I told you, if I'm the coach and I put him in the game, somebody foul out and in 3 straight games he do it. I mean, I guess you gotta stick with what works, right?
Facts.
That's not what I would want as an idea as a coach, but sometimes you gotta think about it. As coaches, you need luck, sometimes a little bit of superstition. All that shit happens. They're not gonna. That's something that we're not going to encourage. But sometimes you need a little luck. That's stretching it, but hey.
If he gets you the title. And it goes in.
When he shoots that shot, I'm going to be pissed at the motherfucker. But when he makes it, I'm be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to be different. Yeah, like. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Be like, Coach. Look, Coach. How many times have I got this title for your ass? Yeah, no, okay. If he starts talking like that,
he missed that shot. I'm letting his ass have it. But I guess you gotta look at me because I don't want to put his stupid ass in the game in the first place.
If he misses it, I always say if he missed it and then got back and then put it back in and was like, nah, I was just playing with y'all. Nah, he's a cocky motherfucker.
Y'all, that's wild. I had to really stretch my mind out there like that.
And that's a wrap. Right? Yeah, because
But typically, no, he wouldn't play. Hell no. I wouldn't even play nobody like that. But just to kind of go with the story.
It would just be, I think the main thing in the story is just the initial thing.
Yeah.
Like the start of it. Is
Yeah.
really that's
What are you playing against him would be tough. To lose to him, that would be tough.
That would hurt more.
That would be tough. But he's known for doing it. So they put him in. You see him, like, it's almost like watching it.
I would rather lose by 30 or 40 points than rather lose like that.
And like you know about it. It's not like you don't know HB. Okay, he's coming in. All right, y'all know what he's about to do. Let's just say you scouted. Let's say you scouted. Let's say wow. Okay, all right. All right. And then you said, all right, we're not letting this shit happen to us. All right, let's go. Let's win this game.
Man, that game was crazy, wasn't it?
Was it 91 to 34?
Good Lord.
A whole lot to a little bit. Yeah. Shout out to John Marshall, man.
All right. I got one more for you. Just one more, and then we can, I guess, get out of here.
Sure, man. Having fun.
So, every time we talk, you've been adamant on getting certain coaches' names on the gym, like Frank Preetz at John Marshall, especially Miss Jean Atkins at Henrico. So I guess tell me what Miss Atkins means to you.
Where would I start? But let me say this. What people don't know, me and Coach Atkins used to butt head all the time. It was more of a love-hate relationship with her. But one thing about her, she tell you straight up when you come to her program, it's her show, it's her way. She's going to do it the way she wants. If you don't like it, don't be a part of the program. So you're going to have to accept how she did things. So I was cool with that because I knew what she was a legend already. So for me, she took my son from just being a regular basketball player for her coaching 30 years and saying that he's overall playing wise and just overall basketball player as a person. He is in her top 5 of all the players that she's coached, boys and girls. That's saying a whole hell of a fucking lot. You would have to ask her that when you talk to her. But for me, what she did for this community, what she did for their school, she was the person that would walk into a school, whether it's Henrico or wherever else, and pick her own goddamn players and didn't give a damn what any other coach said when she, for AAU. That's how great she was. Because we've seen her at the playground. And for me, for her to tap me on my shoulder and say, hey, I see your son. He got no bad habits. I can coach him, and I want you to be along and be on my coaching staff along with me. But I ain't dealing with the parents. You can deal with the parents, and I just need your input on stuff. That meant a lot to me. For somebody who didn't play high school basketball or even rec basketball, but she knew how much I knew the game and how much I was around the game, that don't usually happen. So for me, I'm going to always give praise to that woman. 500-some wins, maybe on 100-some losses. One of the top 10 coaches, man or woman, probably top 5 in the state of Virginia. She deserved that praise. She does. And I'm hoping that I can get her name on that gym where it belongs, because when you look at the banners in the gym, half of it is hers. No, she did not win a state championship, but back in that day, it was much harder to do. But if she was in this time of day, like right now, Coach Atkins probably had 10 state championships. Easy. So shout out to Coach Atkins. I always love her. But I tell you, we just had a lot of moments where we just didn't get along, but I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change it at all.
I guess we can get the announcements, get up out of here. I guess we'll start this way today.
All right.
I ain't got too much. Appreciate you, Lee, for coming through. Definitely need this piece of history.
Y'all woke me up, man.
For sure. Oh, we always have a ball in here.
I guess, like I said, I'm going from host mode to guest mode. It just kind of flows. So I guess if I ever be a guest on somebody else's show, I better do a podcast before
Yes, sir.
I come. So I appreciate y'all having me, man. This is fun. And y'all want me to come back, man, I definitely come back and support y'all. I like what y'all doing. And
Appreciate it.
like I said, you guys have been doing it longer than I am, so I'm kind of like the rookie in here. So I would just tell y'all, just give y'all this word of advice. Just keep pushing no matter how tough it gets. And I know it's new for me, but I give y'all kudos because it's for y'all. I know I can't do it, because you're dealing with different personalities. So for y'all to make it work, y'all really need to give yourselves a round of applause because that shit just don't happen.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? It don't happen.
I didn't do that. Yeah, it just happened.
You know what I'm saying? Personalities mesh. And they clash. And that's what I was saying with Coach Atkins. We clashed a lot because we had a side of the same things. So I would say, y'all, if y'all can continue to make it happen and continue to grow this platform, man, continue to do it because y'all giving a guy like me, a voice and be able to get people to know who I am because just yesterday or prior to this podcast, nobody knew who I was. So the viewers that y'all have, they don't know who I am, but I guess now they would know once they see this. So I appreciate it and thank y'all.
What's that?
And, your viewers will see who we are.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
Big facts.
some young idiots, right? That don't know nothing, right?
Back, no look. Yeah.
Starring, right? Yeah, star player off there, right? Yeah, right. Our guy, right?
Oh man, so one day we get an opportunity, man. Y'all can come check out my stuff, man, and get y'all have y'all on and just show people what y'all doing, because that's what I do. I kind of get everybody to say, hey, you know what? Hey man, follow these guys over here. This is what they doing, man, because you never know what people like and what their interests are. True. So, like I said, opportunity. Hopefully, before the end of the summer, sometime or the fall, you guys will come over there to Morissette Media out there in Midlothian, man. Check out what we're doing and have y'all on as I can ask y'all some questions.
Back.
Yes,
Say less.
You know what I'm saying? So that'll be fun.
Yes, sir. I ain't got too much else. J1 Day One shit. Been working hard. Got some shit coming out. Maybe not. Y'all know how we do. Shout out to HB on the ones and twos. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Al.
Yeah, appreciate you. You're sitting at home. You got your W-2s in your hand. Your 1099s. Your 1095 A, B, and C's. You sold some Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies. Sitting on the couch. You're watching the 804 podcast. What you need to be doing right now after you watch the 804 podcast is get up and go to Fiscal Fitness Tax and Financial Services. That's Fiscal Fitness Tax and Financial Services. Go ahead and ask me that question real quick.
I mean, I be sliding through the south side after I saw what Lee was them doing.
Right.
See what him and the gang is doing.
Of course.
Did you start by Scout Zone?
Yeah. It looks kind of busy. Yeah, it looks busy in there. Yeah.
I ain't messing with that.
Right. 2650 Hall Street Road. That's 2650 Hall Street Road. Fiscal Fitness Tax and Financial Services. My father's business, Derek L. Alford. Been doing taxes over 30 years, y'all. OG in the game. We are super busy right now. We can do business taxes, individual, personal, all of that, y'all. And he also does financial planning and help. So, y'all can call us at 804-321-5766. That's 804-321-5766. And you might catch your boy in there doing a little something. You might catch your boy in there doing a little something. Your boy also does taxes a little bit, so y'all catch me in there. And yeah, J1 Day One shit coming out. And yeah, thank you for coming on, Lee.
Appreciate y'all having me, man.
Appreciate
It was fun, man.
Yep.
It's all good. Can't wait to see it.
Any shout outs? Anything you got? Any announcements?
Yeah, I just want to shout out, all my followers of Ballin in VA, man. I thank y'all, man, because like I said, without y'all, would be no me. All of you, even guys here, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. I try to keep it simple. So, shout out Morissette Media, shout out Nova Legends podcast, and shout out Spike Punch. These are guys, people that looked out for me before I came. And shout out 804 podcast, man. I appreciate y'all, doing big things over here, man, because y'all got 165 in, 68 in. Man, I hope to be, I'll be honest with you, I hope to reach that number sometime soon. You know what I'm saying? So I think y'all give me something to look forward to, and I'm not pulling y'all, coattail, man. I'm just being honest. I don't even know where I'm at, but I know I'm damn sure nowhere near that. So,
Start somewhere.
So shout out to y'all, man. Keep doing what y'all doing, and like I said, I appreciate y'all having me on. Thank you.
I'll say this: more documentary shit coming, more filming. In May, it'll be almost a year since I've been filming. That's
You've been grinding, bro.
It's I've met a lot of good people, heard a lot of great stories. So I appreciate everybody that's supporting me. I appreciate you. You've helped me a lot with that. So yeah, just thankful. Shout out Coach Lancaster too.
Shout out to the GOAT, man.
Facts. Wonderful man. So appreciate him too for even.
And I want to thank you for doing that, man, because a lot of young people like yourself, man, y'all age, they don't reach back like that. So for you, I don't know who came up with the idea, man. That was big. Like I told you, I just couldn't be on it because I don't think I'm qualified to be on it. So I just want to support you from behind and, you know what I'm saying, just give you kudos and just try to encourage you to do that.
Crazy thing is, I was just at work one day, just like, has Coach Lancaster ever had a film? Just thinking. He just came to my mind one day. That's,
And that man's treat, like as far as like his reach, and like how many lives and people he's touched, it's crazy because he literally like knew all of us like through some kind of way, like like Jesse's folks, knew my folks from like in like Mecklenburg and even Nick. So it was like that's crazy.
Yeah, he's sharp, man.
Yeah,
He's sharp. And you went to school where?
We went to Bird.
we went to Bird. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And you went to where?
Verona.
Verona. And which school you went to? You went to Haliah Springs. Okay.
So yeah, literally.
Oh wow. That's crazy. Did your parents go to Haliah
Well,
Springs?
like they knew because my mom, she went to Bluestone in like Mecklenburg County.
You
So
know
like,
that.
so he knew like my late aunt, like my late grandmother, like my mom, like when she was a little girl. So
You know where everybody.
yeah, it was like, yo, like he was like, yeah, I know Jack. Yeah, it was like, wait, what? Yeah, it was
Wow.
like, yeah, that's
Did your
crazy.
parents go to Haliah Springs?
My mom was from D.C., so my dad went to Henrico. So
And did your parents go to Haliah Springs?
My dad, I guess my dad played for him, honestly, at Haliah Springs basketball. Somewhere in the 90s. Yeah, Jesse Chambers.
I know your dad.
Played football too.
Yeah, I know him.
Yeah, I mean, he's when I mention Haliah Springs, and
Yeah,
it's
I ain't know
funny
that was
because
your
back in the
dad.
day, he used to tell me all the time like I was something serious. And I used to be like, But no, every time I mention to an older person, Jesse Chambers, Haliah Springs,
Damn, I remember when you was born,
yeah.
man.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember. Small world.
yeah,
Damn,
still
I did
still
not
here.
know that.
Yeah. Nah, man, love you, pops. Nah, sure.
Yeah, shout out to Jesse. Damn, I did not know that. Because we'll talk more off air, but yeah. I know
There you
your
go.
pops.
Yeah, there you go. Right, there you go.
tell you about
right,
your-
there you go. Married man, got the kids, got the family. I eat it.
Sky Zone, yeah.
No. He was in the house with the baby. No. Let me not do my damn like no. Family man.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy. No, we just got a mutual friend that both of us.
Oh, okay,
have.
that's a bet. That's a bet.
So that's dope. Central Gardens.
Yep.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah, there it is. Talk about East
all
End.
people
See,
I don't
Nick,
know.
nigga, I know about that East End shit because they think, I was cuddled in Chesterfield. My dad had.
Yeah.
Come on now. Come on.
How old are you?
I'm just saying.
I'm 20, about to turn 25 in June.
Yeah, you his oldest son, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I was around there. Who that little kid? Who that little kid in the back seat?
I remember.
That's J Third. Let me go ahead.
I'm just saying the championships are coming through in the East End.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. I claim Richmond, man. I've been all around this mug
Yeah,
upper.
Bird been doing their thing, doing all sports, man. You got to give it up to Bird. Girls, basketball,
Oh,
football,
yeah,
and
yeah.
basketball.
I just wish they played more, but like Bird Nines
Track, they killing it.
That's
Especially over there, Bird. They
Coach.
killing their track.
Yeah.
coaching.
Yeah.
Shout out Coach Mans too.
It's a fact.
See him in the
Fact.
Shout out to Coach Mann. Shout out to Coach Troy Taylor. Shout out to Coach Waller, Coach Austin,
Facts.
Coach Bauer.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Just kind of run them down to people who I know
Facts.
over there. Bird, they support me, and I love the people over there, man. So shout out to LC Bird, Coach Mans, Coach Lancaster, Coach Chris, all of them.
All right. Let's get up out of here then.
Again,
Nick,
shout out Lee for coming through.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
good episode.
Downtown.
Great episode.
Downtown, man.
Great episode.
I ain't get told.
Hey, leave his car alone. Hey, put it back down. Yeah, you better. Yeah.
Again, I'm Nick,
Jesse.
Alex.
and this was the 804 podcast.
And we are out of the air.